Hey there everybody, coming to you this week with your market update. Market update Monday, right after this. Hey there everyone, coming at you with market update, what you need to know and what's going on with the market. First off, we're going to start with active homes on the market. So the number of homes that you can actually go out, look at, and put a real offer in, not a backup offer, but a solid first offer and get it under contract, is just over 7,000. So we have 7,022 homes actively on the market right now, and a healthy market is closer to 22,000. That's where it's not overly on the buyer side, it's not really overly on the seller side. It's a nice happy medium to some degree. And the number of new buyers coming to town is still really high. Since California has increased their property tax, we have a lot of buyers coming over from California. One of our listings we put on for $250, it actually sold for $290. It was just a condo in Old Town Scottsdale, and somebody in California had to have it. So we sold it for $290. But right now, we have a long ways to go until we hit where a healthy market where we're going to see even flattening out. As you can see right here, this is where the pandemic hit. A lot of homes became on the market because the buyers were the first ones to be able to pull out of the transaction. Then the buyers got back in, really got back in, and doubled down. So that's why we are still at 7,000 homes on the market. Next up, we have accepted contracts versus back on market. So when you get something under contract, how likely is it that it's going to stay under contract? Well, our numbers right now are sitting at about 16.7% fall through rate. So almost 85% of what gets under contract stays under contract and gets to go all the way through to an actual close, which is good for sellers, good for buyers, means that there's a lot of good quality stuff out there, and appraisals are coming through to help and not screw the whole thing up. All right, number of homes on under contract versus the number of homes available to be put under contract. So if we have 7,000 homes on the contract right now, we have 152.9% under contract. That means there's a lot more under contract than there is available for sale. Roughly about 10.5, roughly there, is the number of homes under contract or waiting to close versus the number of homes available to close. As you can see, anything really over 100%, so if you have 100 homes under contract and you have 100 homes available to put under contract, we'd be right here. We're obviously well above that. So there's a lot more homes under contract than available to be put under contract. We have days on market. Days on market's a pretty big indicator of how fast things are going and whether or not it's a strong seller's market or a strong buyer's market. And when we get a number like this, we're at 204, that is a very strong buyer's market, and as you can see, we are nowhere near that. This purple line indicates this year, and we've sat down here even in the low 40s, but right now we are sitting at 49 days to close. So something comes on the market and it takes 49 days to get it to close. There are still some homes that have been on for 120, 180, almost 200 days, and the average is 49. So that goes to show you there's a lot of homes closing for even less than 49 days. Seller concessions are one of the first things to change when you think about a changing market. Some people are concerned that this is a crazy market right now, which I do agree with. It's a little bit crazy. But the number of homes that do have seller concessions are less than 15% right now. So there's a long way to go before we're going to see a change in trend for market, because they're going to change what's going on in the house, like do some repairs to the home before they're going to give you concessions. For some reason, they just think that's a better way to go than to give money off the transaction. We have the average price per square foot in the Phoenix metro area, and right now the average price for all single family homes is $191.18 per square foot. Again, that's an average. The smaller the house, usually the higher the number, and obviously location does play a factor in that, but that's a pretty high average. You can see where the pandemic hit, and that's also where summer hit. There's a lot of, once the hot weather comes, a lot of the high-end market dips out anyways, and so that's where you're going to see this on a consistent basis when the hot months start coming around. Boom. As you can see, it's a thing that happens each year. And we get back into those once the cooler weather, about October, those higher end homes start coming in and start leveling out the price per square foot a little bit more. Everything is rising right now. We have anywhere from 8.6% to 0.5%. So it doesn't really matter where you are in the market, you're seeing appreciation. Right now, really big is that 3 to 350. That's your first time home buyer limit right in there. About as high as up they can go is about 340 on the purchase price. And so that's making this 350 and below is your biggest area, or biggest pool of buyers, is from here down. And so you're seeing a lot of growth right in there. People just trying to get into a regular 350 to 300 style home. Now, if you guys have any questions, or if you feel I missed something, feel free to drop me a line, shoot me that question. I love to know what you guys are thinking about and what questions you have on your head. As always, trying to give you the best I can with what I got. And until then, we'll see you guys later.